Before she became the face of death in Squid Game, before her glowing eyes scanned for the slightest movement, young Hee was just a simple doll. But her story begins long before the games, rooted in a forgotten past, one that South Korea tried to bury. Decades ago, in a small, remote village, a toy maker named Mr. Kang ran a modest workshop. His specialty? Life-sized dolls. He was known for his uncanny ability to craft figures so lifelike that villagers whispered about his unnatural talent. Some said he had studied in Japan, where he learned forbidden techniques to breathe something extra into his creations, something that made them more than just wood and paint. One day, a wealthy businessman from Seoul approached him with a peculiar request. He wanted a doll, one that could move, speak, and watch. The man claimed it was for an experimental children's program designed to teach discipline through play. The payment was enormous, and Mr. Kang, despite his reservations, accepted the job. For months, he worked tirelessly. He carved the perfect face, modeled after his own daughter, young Hee, who had died years before under mysterious circumstances. He gave the doll the same black hair, the same round cheeks, the same delicate hands. But there was something else, something hidden beneath the wood and fabric, a mechanism unlike anything seen before. When the doll was finally completed, it was beautiful, almost too beautiful. It could turn its head, move its arms, and its voice. Its voice sounded eerily real. But there was one problem. Every time the doll was left alone in the workshop overnight, it seemed to shift positions by morning. Tools went missing. The toy maker often felt like he was being watched. Then, the accidents began. A young apprentice, tasked with cleaning the doll, was found unconscious one morning, his face twisted in terror. He never spoke again. The villagers whispered about something unnatural inside the workshop. Mr. Kang, now consumed by paranoia, tried to destroy the doll, burn it, dismantle it, anything to erase its existence. But every attempt failed. The next morning, the doll would be back in perfect condition, sitting in its usual spot, her cold black eyes staring at him. Then one night, the toy maker vanished. The shop was found abandoned, covered in dust, as if no one had lived there for years. The doll, however, was gone. It resurfaced years later in the hands of a secretive organization. No one knew how it ended up in the games, but those who encountered her spoke of strange occurrences. Players claiming they heard whispers when she turned away, guards refusing to be alone with her after dark. Some even believed she wasn't just scanning for movement, she was choosing. And now, she's not alone. With the arrival of Kyeol-soo, a new chapter begins. Was he another creation of Mr. Kang, or something even darker? If young Hee is the executioner, what role does he play? One thing is certain, when the game begins, the dolls will be watching. And this time, there's nowhere to hide.